Hi guys, John here. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and I want to share a few of my little secrets with you today, especially with the way the economy is and what's happening out there, what's happening in the minds of people as things get worse. You see, many years ago we forecast a very bad market crash and economic failure of many countries well before it happened. And sometimes it really is a blessing how many messages I get and the enjoyment that I get from receiving kind words from people all across the world thanking us for this. But now that we're in the midst of all this mess and all this drama still, and what I like to call the credit crisis hangover, I mean, even in today's world, everyone realizes that if you go out for a big night on the town and you have a few too many beers, you know that your liver and body can only take in so much alcohol. Yet what do? We still do it. We go and have fun. We enjoy ourselves. We're in good company, and you pay for it. You pay for it the next day. And normally, how do you feel the next day? Still a little bit drunk, tired, dehydrated, sore, and miserable, don't you? Physically, you're drained, but not only that, you feel a little bit emotional, on edge, and run down, and emotionally drained as well. Well, you see, over the last 12 months, the hangover from the credit crisis is still lingering. And while the stock market was up and people were spending all their money and even money they didn't have, that was all great. If they felt good about themselves and everything they were doing was joyful, sunshine and rainbows. But when that all came crashing down, the market along with it, nothing was ever the same. People are now feeling the emotional tiredness, the drain, and the horrible ruins that come down with it. People are really run down. Now, over the last 12 months, I've got a lot of messages that to me it's plain and obvious, plain and simple that the economy is struggling, and even if you don't listen to the government or news, there's a lot of people out there struggling. I know this for a fact. And a lot of people are down in the dumps. They're emotional. We all have gone through these rough periods in our lives, and this is just adding to that extra pressure. And I mean, even in a good economy, sometimes it's tough to keep up with all the bills, the mortgages, the rates, insurance, and the list goes on. People are focusing now on the negatives. It's almost hard to get away from it, right? But what I wanted to do with you today is share a little secret that I still use each day, and it's helped me over the years. And it all starts with two little simple exercises that I do still to this day, and I call this letting it all hang out strategy. And I'm still amazed to this day how well it actually works. If things are a little bit tense or rough, I know that wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, this can literally change things around for me very quickly. So, what is the let it all hang out secret I'm talking about? Well, it is really quite simple. In this day and age, it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day grind. And by the end of the week, you're left thinking, heck, what the hell happened to my week? What have I done, right? Where did it all go? But with this strategy, you just have to come back to earth and realize that even though the economy is bad and you might be feeling really crappy, we hardly ever sit down quietly and realize and appreciate what we have in life already. And I think as humans, it's just only natural for us to go to work, do the 9 to 5, but it's also natural that as people and as families we want to provide, and we want to desire more things and strive to be happy. But do you realize that right now, as you listen to this, there are literally millions of people, if not billions of people, that would die to live the way you do? Some of these people would even die to trade places for you, for just a day. And I mean, if we break it down simply, you actually have a roof over your head. Even right now, you have a bed in your bedroom. You have food in the refrigerator. Heck, I even bet if it gets a little bit hot today, you can get up off your chair, you can go to the fridge, get yourself some water from the tap, put some ice in it. I mean, you don't have to walk 20 kilometers in the hot silting sun just to get fresh water now, do you? Imagine the poor people that have to do that each day just so they can drink to stay alive. Imagine that. So I guess what I'm talking about here is just being grateful for the things that we already have in life. Everything, even the little things. And I swear, and I'm being honest here, that when you start to do this, you really will not be a different person in a month from now. If you start giving thanks for the things you already have in your own life, right now, each and every day. And what I do is I keep a journal. And you don't have to do this, but when I started, I saw the bigger and better results when I did this, and it's actually quite simple to do. All you really have to do is go to your local stationery shop or your newsagents, go and buy a nice little A4 pad and keep it on your nightstand. And no matter what happens through the day, what you need to do is, jot down 3 small things in your day that you are grateful for. Now, what I mean here is you need to write down 3 things that you're grateful for today. And when I say this, as long as they're positive. I don't mean things like, I kicked the neighbour's dog today because it made me feel good, as it's been using our front yard as a toilet. Or, something like, I cut the neighbour's tree down. It was hanging over our fence and I threw it back over to give him a sign of saying, hey buddy, cut your tree down, mate. I mean, whatever you write down, they have to be real things here. Like, I'm glad to have a roof over my head. Or I'm glad my wife loves me enough to wake up early and make me lunch before I go to work. Real stuff that you're grateful for that makes you feel genuinely good inside. And even right now, as you're listening to this, you're probably thinking of at least maybe 1 or 2 good things that has happened to you today, or you noticed that were good, or even 1 or 2 things this week. I swear that if you start doing this each day and being grateful for the things you have in your life each and every day, you'll get into this small habit that if something good happens to you, you'll immediately think, wow, hey, that was cool. Now that is one thing I can put in my journal for today, at the end of today. And this normally snowballs. It can be small things or big things, but whatever. Just make sure they are important to you. And here's where it gets really interesting. You will continually start to look for things you're grateful for in your life each and every day. And you'll eventually find so many things that you're actually already grateful for. You'll find it'll bring more things into your life that you'll then become even more grateful for. Yes, it's like this really weird snowballing effect, and it's very, very cool, very powerful. So right here, right today, what I want you to do is just, start with small 3 simple things. Each day, write them down, and if you do this religiously, you'll simply be amazed at how well this works, people. No matter who you are or what sort of circumstances you're already in at the moment, even with the bad economy, this is why I call it, let it all hang out. This is my let it all hang out secret, because all you're really doing is realizing and knowing, feeling the resources in your life that make you feel good. Physically let your emotions on the inside come out. Let it all hang out in the open. Let it all hang out in the open for others to see. Don't care about what others think. Just let it all hang out. And if you feel the need to write it down, like I said, you will really see some positive results. Anyway, I hope you really got something out of today's little video. It really has helped me over the years, and when I share this with my friends and my family, I have to say the results are quite staggering. Literally blew me away. Anyway, give it a try. I would love to know the results you get from this, because it's quite powerful. It's quite a powerful little trick, and when it's used in the right way, it can really bring in some staggering results, some powerful results. Again, thanks for taking the time to listen to our video. Enjoy, God bless, and I'll talk to you all next time. Okay, bye bye.